guys, today we're explaining levels, sorry, excuse me, 91 through 100. Yeah, we're finally at, level, we're almost there, we're almost at the final, finishing mark, and some of these levels might be different, may be different than the ones that we explained years ago, because, honestly, just because of rewriting and outdated articles, so, yeah. Also, I did see that level 0 was apparently being rewritten, which, oh, holy shit, that's not good, because what the hell are they gonna change about the first ever level of the Backrooms, guys? There's something, I don't know about that, but... But anyways, let's explain levels 91 right now. So, level 91, by memory, is a class 0 difficulty, safe, secure, and avoid of entities, which that's a change in pace. So I mean, last level 90 used to be very dangerous, but until it got changed into a very safe level by the Backrooms remodeling company, which they got rid of all the death rats and made it basically just a sweet old home. And it's and now level 90 is a class 0, just like this level. Which I think is pretty nice. But yeah, so level 91 is a clean space that can be found near the edge of collective consciousness. What? When you enter it and have all of Liz's tails, their tails. No, no, oh, God. No, can I speak? Literally, can I speak? No, none of been there more than once. The level takes many floors for many people, but it's also consistent in certain aspects. It takes the appearance of a small island in the middle of the ocean in a clear, cool day. The level is bright and dreamlike, almost unreal, leaving wanderers alone and to their own devices. There's devices. Backrooms, actually. It's quiet here, peaceful, filled with warning lights, crashing of the waves against the water's edge, and the call of unseen seabirds. On one end of the island juts a hill that ends at a cliff edge. Near the top of the hill sits a small house or cabin, 1 or 2 stories in height, overlooked in never-ending sea. There are no other structures present in the level, so yeah, the house is all you're getting. The house is remarkable in most aspects, though all feel compelled to approach it, which is weird. But there's no dangers about this level besides for flying off the island. So I mean, yeah, it's still weird it does that, but oh well. There really isn't anything special about it. It's a small gravel pathway leading up to its front, a porch, or a veranda. What is that? With a bit of furniture, a basic wooden door. The windows are a little dirty, but they work. Breeze may also pass through occasionally. The inside of the house is rather generic, a bit dusty and plain, with metal signs of once harboring life. But it's basically like every single house in the Backrooms in the first place, besides for maybe level 94. That hasn't been changed either, but you know. Instead of how so main room with a couch or 2, maybe a TV, a kitchen, and dining area located to the side. And there are doors leading to a bathrooms and a bathroom. It's not the wanderer's home, and yet maybe many feel comfortable here, nostalgic, peaceful, maybe even somber, like a place buried in the recesses of the mind. It feels like someone's home where they may be. So, this would be a perfect level if it had a remote. Basically, you could just stay here forever. For food as well, and water, like an infinite amount of that. So, you know, think about it. I mean, level 83, you could also live there technically forever, because even though it's like submarine in the water, there's a ginormous squid, that thing cannot actually kill you, because it doesn't actually want to kill you. It's more just trying to play with submarine than, harm you. So, yeah. And there's infinite amount of food and water down there, so, And and if you want to leave, you could just open the hatch and go to level 7. So there's no real biggie about that. So yeah, that was a pretty peaceful level. Minus the chicken submarine, but that doesn't really do anything to the submarine itself. So I digress. Sitting down is a common activity for most, so normalize that humans always think about it. But there is little to think about in this place, so little that the only thing to do is sit. Specifically sit and experience existence. Sit and drag fingers across the soft, slightly worn arms of the couch. Sit and breathe just for once, but before never falling asleep. Only to wake us anywhere else. Anywhere but back there. It is unknown how the space is entered. It is unknown how to return. It is apologized, celebrated, loved, and that is but experience. Fleeting, fading, and always unreal. It is expected of wanderers who enter level 91 to cherish the time here and share themselves with others. There's not a lot to be done with a memory, but after all, please share it while you can. There's much to hold on to it. My favorite about this level is it's more like it just might be treated something in your mind or something. Like, it might just be a figuration of your mind, most likely, which is why it's so weird and basic. Basically, you're just trying to remember your own home or something. But let's go to level 92. We got another dangerous level. So I did hear that 90s are supposed to be dangerous. So yeah, I guess we're gonna get to those dangerous levels right now. So yeah, get buckled up, guys. We gotta ride for this. I mean, unless all these levels have not really changed, Oh, shelter. So it's a triple difficulty class 5. So it's as an active conflict. Viable hazards and high entity count. So it's not an entity infestation. I think the mainly thing that's supposed to just up to a class 5 is the active conflict, because I'm not sure what the hell that conflict thing is, but we'll find out it. Whee! Then area has a Meg Outpost Nuke Warriors. So yeah, there's a Meg base here apparently, so yeah. Level 92 is a sprawling complex of winding tunnels that connect to what appears to be an underground appears to be underground bunkers from various decades. These roofs bear resemblance to nuclear bunkers circa 1980, as well as bomb shelters from the World War II area. World War II sucked, if I'm being honest. Level 92 is a vast, although its exact size is a mountain that dangers of long-term expeditions. Countless safe paths have twisting through dozens of miles have been established over many years. So yeah, this may be an ancient level, but we're not sure, I guess. Mainly because, there's like a lot of eras with the bunkers and stuff, and also, bomb shelter. Yeah, you get the point. But it's unknown why this place is underwater, I guess. But why is it even underwater? In my opinion, I just don't know what it is. Why it's underwater or something. But, oh well, we'll find that out soon. So, Tidal is found in level 92, vary in size. Some are wide enough to fit vehicles, whereas others are so strict that waters of average size and little do not have safe passage. Similarly, the length of these can range from short hallways to dozens of miles, making some more well-known and traveled than others. Sections on the level are usually separated by towering heavy doors, which can prove difficult to open. So, yeah, probably don't try to open those. Let's see if they want to. A few of these feature scanners or locks that are accessible via unlabeled keys and blank white cards found scattered around the floor, which is weird, because why is there unlabeled keys and blank white cards in a Backrooms level? Like, yeah. So I guess this level is weird, just to be weird. Mostly. I mean, there's a lot of, it is a war, so I guess It's a pure stuff. It's supposed to be weird. The bunkers seem to be constructed of similar materials, dark concrete and steel, lining the walls and ceilings are thin pipes which contain murky water that must be sanitized before usage. So just don't drink it unless you sanitize it. So yeah, the bunker has rooms that can be accessed through smaller and highly rusted metal doors. These small rooms can house devices such as stacks of radios or other communications equipment. Some of these machines have no discernible purpose and are extremely complex, while others have been identified as vastly outdated computers from the mid-20th century. This deconstruction analysis has revealed the existence of several anomalous components and non-Euclidean organization of parts. Examples include infinitely long wires, which should not be possible, storage compartments with more volumes on the inside, the sections of the computer structured with completely alien procedures or mechanisms. So we're not really sure what the hell made these computers mechanisms then. So yeah. Usually these computers for any task historically assigned to computers in a respective century usually results in a failure or vastly incorrect response, indicating they are meant for calculations not yet understood by modern mathematics. So joke computers? Does aliens make like joke computers or something? It's a funny thought to think about, but still it's pretty weird. But the Backrooms is weird in itself, so I mean, I digress. Computers are incredibly large and heavy. In some cases, said computers have taken up hundreds of square meters with a space accompanying massive warehouse-like rooms. They have always been recorded in the bunker, even before the advent of computers in the front rooms. In this area, it is rumored that they have held the power to force clips onto objects or generate non-Euclidean geometry. The back rooms, along with the computer's basic furniture, such as chairs and tables, are often strewed across these rooms, and rooms have small and bland beds. So we got to go explain the radiation rooms now, which, yeah, radiation is never a good thing. If you see that in the back, if that you see radiation, that you know that's not a good thing. Now, what radiation does to you is, well, basically just messes up your entire body, and you will die at some point from that. But yeah, that's why you probably just avoid these areas in the first place. So yeah. Radiation zones. There are circular regions level 92 that feature hazardous radiation levels, increasing the one closer one gets towards their relative center. The radiation zones are known to be colossal, with caved-in central regions spreading hundreds of miles. The wider effective sections are known to be many times larger, and survivors usually spend weeks before noticeable changes begin to manifest. Wanderers are urged to stay far away from such areas, as experts have deducted that radiation levels consistently exceed the usual dosage per hour for wanderers by a large amount. Extended exposure can cause acute radiation syndrome, which sometimes include nausea, vomiting, fever. In extreme cases, radiation-induced cancers and or organ failures have been reported. Initially, the state of the bunker seems to deteriorate closer to the center of the radiation zone, so it is somewhat easy to understand it is somewhat easy to understand when you should turn the hell back and not go forwards anymore. So yeah, just looking for hallways start to deteriorate and to just go turn on the way around immediately. Due to the concerns associated with the radiation, expectations have not gone deeper inside the radiation zones. why the radiation doesn't seep through the rooms is a mystery to me. Backroom stuff, I guess. Those who enter the radiation zones are quickly divided. They're not the paranormal properties. Their areas are notoriously difficult to escape from, as disorientation can set even the outskirts. Drivers may go down a tunnel that they may believe leads out of the zone, only to find themselves deeper inside of it. So, so basically, these are more reasons to just not go into this zone other than the radiation. So, false memories emerge, creating a vision of walking from a completely different section of the bunker. It's almost as if the bunker is essentially trying to wanderers. These anomalies are not limited to the mind. Video evidence has confirmed that the wasp may move and hallways may close off in radiation zones without directly observed, usually one sparing the path that travels further down the epicenter. But I don't know what an epicenter is, so yeah, it is easy to spell. What does that mean? It is believed that the level of destruction present in these areas have been caused by the detonations from tactical nukes, which are designed to be less powerful than standard nuclear weapons, which is weird, but I guess the background just want human beings to be instantly vaporized by the nukes in the first place. So, I digress. Collapse centers of the radiation zones and research data regarding radiation levels all supports this theory. Researchers have dated these events to be at least 50 years before the foundation of Meg. The two factions involved were most likely the leaders and the unstable, as both groups were engaged in an expressive inter-level conflict with multiple fronts during the estimated detonation dates. As unstable is known for being particularly motivated to destroy the leaders, which may have pushed them to begin their exploration of the bunker of significant opposition. This has led to believe that there are intact nuclear weapons within level 92. So that's not good because those got in the wrong hands. Yeah, basically our Backrooms is kind of cooked, if I'm being honest. The bunker has a high number of entities, mostly consisting of flumps, hounds, and smilers. You know, the usual. Well, clumps are not usually in these levels in the first place. It's usually just hounds and smilers, and most of the time as well, skin stealers. But I digress. A significant portion of these have been affected by radiation, causing cancer and mutations will manifest within their physical traits and behavior. So, yeah, recipes into these appearances, I guess. They're uglier now. Hounds in level 91 tend to have smaller brains and obvious physical. This is level 92, you dumb tend to have smaller brains and obvious physical deformities, which can make them weaker and more passive. How do you guys mess up one number? You guys never made an entire typo. I've never seen this a bit of typo like this. But how do you guys mess that up? How do you mess that up? How do you mess up spelling level 92? I mean, like, how the hell do you mess that up? How do you get level 91? It's supposed to be level 92. See, it's even right there. It says level 92, not level 91. Bro, like, what? Tend to have small brains and obvious physical deformities, which makes them weaker and more passive. Clumps they have a strange number of fingers or toes and feature visible tumors. Smilers are hardly unaffected by radiation, and wanderers have not divided any differences in their appearance and behavior, so I guess there really are smiles can just. I guess smiles can never be deformed or anything like that. Which weird. So there's firearms apparently. There's boxes of armor plates apparently. So yeah. evidently throughout the halls are boxes of firearms, explosive ammunition, and other equipment of different models and time periods, which I guess would be a good enough reason to go here for like weapons and armor and stuff. So, the oldest objects have been named to World War I, and experimental weaponry, including those not born in the present day, have also been discovered. So, we're not sure. So I guess this weird wacky ones as well. Those used firearms are missing a critical opponent, or explicitly do not function even if all factors have been handled. The ones that do fire often randomly fall apart or jam frequently, applying regular maintenance. So I guess maybe it's not a good enough reason now to go here. The ones that do fire often randomly fall apart. Animation contains varying levels of fire salt. So, I guess, that's, alright, how does fire salt even fit for it? How does it fit, fire salt even fit for the guns? It's a mystery to me. It should lead to dangerous exposures when the firing, so, that's even more reason that, go to, and so that's actually another reason to go to this level, which is not great. The mag does not recommend drivers to use these weapons as they are too unreliable for long-term use. So it does a few owners who still choose to hunt down usable weapons, which I don't suggest, guys. Alright. These firearms exist in addition to complex devices such as night vision goggles and radios, which actually, those are actually helpful. And it was explained where the hell people got those night vision goggles for, there's like that one image from like, one of the levels from one of those early levels. Like it was a volcano level, right? There was somebody using night vision goggles. I didn't really bring up how the hell people would have got night vision goggles. But in my mind, I was thinking about how the hell they have night vision goggles. But yeah, I guess this explains that. But and there's also radios. Yeah, that's actually really great. Radios are even better than night vision goggles, bro. Night vision goggles, though, those will be heavenly for exploring level 6. If I'm being completely honest. Radios are good for contact with people, of course. I mean, that's kind of Captain Obvious. You know, a lot of equipment, including helmets and caliber vests, which is good for entity attacks, actually. So that's, I guess, there's enough reason to go to this level after all. So yeah, if you want to stock up on good supplies, then go ahead find these. These are convented as deformed devices that can be useful for exploring low population areas and levels with limited light sources. Body armors and helmets can protect runners from falling debris in structurally unstable regions and downstairs of hostile entities. So, yeah, like I said, so they basically, I would suggest just try to find, if you go to this level for whatever reason, and you just go to just grab as much armor plates you can find and put it all on you, so you can, be armored completely, you know? Now, I would not suggest these for, level 1 for your life, because, let's, be honest, that's gonna slow you down in Run for Your Life, so, yeah, I just don't suggest doing Run for Your Life with armor on you, so, yeah, try not to injure level 1 for your life, so, yeah. Even though maybe I get my health from the holder entities, I feel like I have to cut you, but it might not really work that well, because there's hundreds of them for those plays, so, yeah. These valuable implements are convenient of their unstable firearms, commonly collected by the large organizations with significant military power and logistics to reach the bunker. Over time, the armed nation outposts here have created levels images as a place for agents of opposing sides to release rich. While the notion that bunkers has a battleground is false, the large size of the bunker, combined with the rarity of these items, so-called war should be slowed. Actual firefights often occur months apart. Earlier explorers incorrectly estimated that hackers could have access to firearms through the bunker, but this proved to be unrealistic due to the large number of hostile entities and the frequency of such supplies that exports sent out to the bunker are fewer than usually projected. So, yeah, there's also a couple of bases apparently, but we're not going to be explaining those. Because we're only 25 minutes in, so, yeah. Entrances and exits. So, entrances. Hatches level 9 or 11, a level lead here, though, and sometimes a level 17 and 44 lead to the bunker, so, yeah. Long hallway simulation transport you to level 2 or 3, which I would not suggest, because why we go back, like, 90 levels to the backrooms in the first place? Like, what? Opening along the halls of the tunnels connect to a concrete box in level 170. These openings are easy to spot as the light of the level sky shines through and illuminates the area around it. So, yeah, I guess it would be good. This would be a nice way to go to level 170 early. Not really early. Actually, it's kind of earlier because you just gotta go for like 9 levels and then find a hatch and you just run around this place and then look for opening along the walls of the tunnels so you can get to level 170 and you'll be like pretty far ahead in the back rooms. So yeah. Now let's go to level 93. So the article is outdated, but this is level 93 is the summit. So holy. We're not gonna read that, alright, but holy guys. Woo, yeah. So it's a class 4 difficulty, unsafe, unsecure, and has a medium entity count. So when I said that most of the devils should be dangerous, yeah, I was going to be right. Completely and 100%. Because this is class 4 difficulty, and yeah, so this streamer just proves that there are less safer levels, after, the 90s and later on the pack rooms, so, yeah. Anyways, level 93 is the name for level of the backrooms discovered on redacted by a Meg search team originally from level 3. Alright. So level 93 appears to be a seamlessly baseless mountain, unlike appearance to the Himalayan mountains, is a real mountain, which is a real mountain from, and also Mount Everest, which is weird because both of those mountains are from real life. So, I mean, yeah, weird. If level 93 does have a base, it is yet to be seen or recorded. But I mean, to be fair, this is a giant. This is a giant that's mountain in the first place. So, I mean, if there was a base, it would be hard to find them, right? All discovered entities of the backgrounds perished in level 93. Only two of entities in level 93 is they're frozen, buried in the snow. Entities without physical forms around ours do not spawn in level 93. So, yeah, I guess. So yeah, I guess that does explain why Smiles were just not affected by the radiation from the previous level. It's mostly because Smilers just don't have a physical form, so they can't really be affected by the radiation, I guess. Which, alright, fair enough. So, I guess they get a free pass from that. If a level kills entities which you want dead, you know you're gonna be in for something almost better user. Which, yes, I agree with this. You know if a level ends the lives of entities, You're gonna be in for a ride. You know. Alright, yeah. It's insane to think about. Anomalous properties. So composition. Level 93's composition is very weak. Simply consisting of ice, snow, sodium, carbon, low concentrations of iron, mercury, arsenic, bismuth, and occasionally quartz. It is extremely risky to scale or explore level 93 due to incredibly probability of landslides and or avalanches, which is a reason to not go to this level. Protective equipment is advised within the floor of level 93. Glaciers. So glaciers are the most common feature that can be observed at level 93. Glaciers at level 93 are composed of ice, snow, dry ice, tungsten, rubidium, low concentrations of iron, quartz, H2O, water, mercury, and occasionally carbon. It would be nice to know if there was like a class 6 difficulty or higher for levels, but there's not. It's just class 5 difficulty and occasional weird and unique level classifications. So glaciers level 93 do not appear to follow the established laws of physics. Glaciers counted level 93 have absorbed, scaling to level 93 is expanding and contracting, absorbing regions of level 93 and it's entirely solidifying. Which is really weird because it's Glacier and they should not be able to do that. But, oh well, it's Backrooms. Other features. Level 93 harbors many other novel features, some are yet to be confirmed. Treaties, confirmed. The treaties in level 93 can only be observed in the beginning stage of level 93's weather and in flat areas below like 10 degrees, exceeding 1 redacted miles. Species of trees countered in level 93 include silver, birch, red oak, Amazon rosewood, white spruce, etc. Fruit and native trees are capable of surviving in similar climate to level 93 climate, thrive within level 93. So that's weird. Seismic activity confirmed. Summits of level 93 have a 1 in 300,000 chance to spontaneously erupt. However, chances increase exponentially as time span in level 93 increases. During eruption, these events are observed. Last 1 second, eruption occurs, summit is obliterated. Smoke erupts from the summit in question. Negative 50 seconds, debris begins falling to the ground. 1 to 3 minutes, lava begins flowing from the mountain at an accelerated rate. 3+ minutes, smoke ends emission. It appears in that level 93 low flows 1.9 times faster than from normality in other levels. So, weird, but it's not that weird, I guess, because it's not by that much faster. Sure, it seems like that's fast. It's basically 2 times faster. Alright, so. I digress. Lakes, the box. Claimed by, whatever the hell, but how do you say that? It's pointing to a few lakes are supposedly the rarest feature found in the line 3. Supposedly lakes can be found on flat land exceeding 14 redacted miles. Tints confirmed. Low tints of level 3, usually manifest in flat areas of any scale or distance from summit. Tints appeared as a portable red-yellow tint. All tints of level 93 are usually home to panels and merchants. These have a 30% chance of spawning set of tints. 2 tints phenomena do not enter any tints within in level 93. Other phenomena are yet to be recorded. So the weather, unlike many levels of the Backrooms, level 93 holds a stable climate. However, it's extremely hostile one at that. Weather counter level 93 include 10 minutes. Temperatures negative 9.08 Celsius. Wind force 3. Light snow 10 minutes to 20 minutes. Temperature negative 24.05 Celsius. Wind force 5. Moderate snow. Fake fog 20 minutes to 30 minutes. Temperature negative 34.88 Celsius. Wind force 8. Heavy snow. Moderate fog. Faint thunder. White hail. 3 minutes to 1 hour. Temperature negative 46.15 Celsius. Wind force 10. blizzard, intense fog, lightning, moderate hail, 1 hour to 2 hours, temperature negative 63.96 Celsius, wind force 12, intense blizzard, very intense fog, lightning storm, heavy hail, 2 hours, temperature negative 88 Celsius below, wind force 12 plus, intense blizzard, very intense fog, intense lightning storm, very heavy hail. Note the lowest temperature ever achieved in the 93 is negative 186.94 degrees Celsius, which that's really low. Now 93 was covered by a search team of Meg that was sparked in the deaths of level 8. Here's an archive communication between Base Gamma and search team 09. So yeah, let's get that. There are no bases here, but there's entities. There are entities though, and there are entrances and exits, so we'll cover those. Entrances. Level 93 can be accessed through levels 8, 47, 115, 135 in the Mountain Village. Level 8, looking through a corner of level 8, random 1 in 1,000 chance of entering through exiting level 8. Level 47, 135, bury yourself in snow. Why would you do that in the first place? And how the fuck do people find that out in the first place? Level 115, cut a wall through of level 115, 265, I'll wander into the forest for 4 hours, so I guess that's easy unless the forest is pretty dangerous, so, I mean, on the grass. Exits, there's no noise to exit line 3 is proven that search team 09 happened upon the exit. However, the exit is not been reported as claimed that wanderer ascended level 93 and landed into level 35. All of the methods not been recreated successfully, so okay. And yeah, we get to the famous level 94 level motion. This one I've been wanting to cover for a while now. We're finally here. We're finally here, guys. We're finally able to explain this level. So yeah, that's good. And we only have 6 levels left. So yeah, pretty crazy stuff, right? So level 94 is a class 3 difficulty. It's unsafe, unsecure, has a low entity count. So yeah, this level is really famous though. So you probably all know this level. And you also already probably know level 0 in the first place. Yeah. So I digress. Description: level 94 appears to be a large town of floating asphalt and green hill. Grass hills, but everything has a grainy effect as if this place was crafted. The main town is safe with no entities during the day. But during the night, they start to appear. The town of level 94, the hills of level 94. The town has a big water fountain in the center, flowing with water. This town seems to be in the 1930s and stop motion type feel. This town has tiny houses with some furniture, mostly in 1930s and 1950s. The town also has 1930s style cars and milky vans, filled with almond milk. This town has offset ceramic poles with tiny play happy cartoony music. At this time, everything is safe until it turns to night. The music will stop completely at this time, then you notice the animations will start to appear and will start to attack violently if spotted. So they basically, the animations are cardboard cutouts during the day, and then during the night they turn into like cardboard cutout versions of normal entities. So but they're all more dangerous than normal entities in the first place. Just stay away from them. Other entities that appear in the night are the usual: the Smilers, the Skin Stealers, and the Hounds, which are the big 3. But there's also, death moths. But there are also death rats, in which they have evolved to look like a normal rat in this stop motion look. Because animations usually attack anything that does not look animated. So that's, I guess that makes sense why they attack people. Because they just are racist scums. Because they hate everything else that is not animated. So, yeah. The glass hills of level 94 usually go on forever. It's infinite. The only thing there are a few strange cars parked in the middle of nowhere, and a water tower. It seems to contain almond water, which is strange about the hills that a random set of furniture or even entire single rooms of the house can be found. Or sometimes it's just a wall of furniture next to it. Above the hills, you will see a floating castle what looks to be a transparent mountain, which sick as hell photo. Yeah, I'll probably film it up with it. Video in the first place. You know, we lucky get an image of all three of these images. Pretty cool. Castle of Transparent Mountain. So this is where 9194 can be really tribute for the human mind. So it brings them alma water. This area, for some reason, will lose its cartoon effect on photos, which possibly means the level is losing its in this castle. This castle appears to be a strange funhouse area. It's so very bright in some rooms. You can find ball pits, playgrounds, and an animation studio, which is pretty cool. But we managed to have a call of the town and its entities in this castle. The only entities that can be what we call Robomen. There appears is an old-style robot toy from the 1930s and is in an anime form. They also seem to be guards with hats on a hostile if they spot you interacting with any object in the castle. So I would just suggest don't interact with anything that is an object and just interact with doors. And yeah. And if you try to steal something, they will kill you. After wandering through the castle, which also seems to be infinite, you will soon find a large doorway that will lead to the throne room. In this room, you will have to find the entity known as the Animated King, or otherwise, the king of the entire level. They control the entire level, apparently. From what I know. At first, not the same hostile, but will in fact control you, and you can soon become part of the region. But he will first put you for a test of testing with saying your own nightmares in an animated form. If you happen to succeed, he will let out a burst of light, and you will either be sent to the castle of the town or one of the main levels. So, I guess facing off demons would be pretty scary. So, I hope that's not what happens if I meet this guy. It bases outposts in the community. Since the missions appear at night, it's really hard to survive in the Lane Forest group. The Meg are currently running away to set up outposts at the level. So, yeah. Extras exits. Then you must be your first B level 601. Essentially escape. Make your way to the hub, which is a place in level 1 in the first place. So yeah. Once there, a rectangular shaped hole will appear on the ground in a random area of the hub and will close to soon after entering. But slowly to exit, you must either complete the animated King's trial and get to the random main level, or some houses will lead to levels 7, 9, and 53. So, yeah. But you will go back levels in the first place. So, and also, it's not really, I don't know why would you go back 600 levels in the first place. So, like, yeah. So, now level 95 underneath. It's class level undetermined, which is this level's gonna be wacky. After hearing that, so mysterious properties, unknown information, and undocumented. It's the usual for this type of classification. Level 95 is the 96th level. The Backrooms consists of series of corridors with a bizarre architecture, arched passages, and fluctuating amount of lighting. So, yeah, this is gonna be a pretty weird level, and you might want to buckle your seats, guys, because it's gonna be weird, like real weird. Alright, I'm good. The walls comprise mostly of bricks and stone. Level 95 is a series of interconnected corridors that stretch from small to enormous distances. Traversing through the level is no easy task, as the bizarre architecture presents all throughout it poses a significant obstacle to many. Furthermore, not all corridors are supplied with a natural source of light. Some corridors are completely devoid of lighting, thus making any exploration extremely arduous. What the fuck is arduous? Windows are commonly present in every wall of the level, even if what appears to be behind the level is nothing but in a corridor. These windows are also the main source of natural lighting, although it is still unknown why exactly emits it. Looking outside these windows shows nothing but empty pursuing, and those right forward is unknown. These windows are an instance of 82, which is think with new entities. As no figure can be seen from the other side, and no reports of attacks on minors have been documented. So I guess that's code. I guess. Given that the corners are mostly empty, sound easily after throughout them, and reach really far distances. This makes it extremely easy to detect any life form from afar, should they be emitting any form of noise. It should also be known, however, this makes it one that's highly susceptible to being spotted by entities, so minimal noise should be made while walking throughout the level, so I guess typical way throughout the level or something. I don't know. Especially if in groups or in the vicinity of a nearby entity. So, yeah. Sometimes some noises can be heard from the other side of the walls, even if there's no probable source from them nearby. These include most commonly scratching the walls, footsteps, whispers, debris falling, and humming, which is really weird because why would else be anyone around? It should be also what the actual how do you even spell that? That these sounds do not appear to have any physical source, but one should always be on alert if they experience any unfortunate sounds. I just not know what really the last times on the walls, so I'm not just trying to break down the walls. Dumbass. Entirety of the level appears to be mostly devoid of valuable resources, although sometimes, seemingly out of nowhere, one can find a floating box of water bottles hidden behind short walls or when barricades. These have been proven to be safe for consumption, but are very hard to find, so yeah, it's only downside for these. Really, at corner can lead to a staircase under. These staircases lead to what is known as called underneath the floor below main level 95, which has not been really documented for a series of reasons. Underneath is the ground below the main level. The floor that is completely devoid of any lighting and requires artificial light source to be explored. That much is known about the area. Explorers should. Wait, does this level seem similar to? Does the same level seems familiar to me? Like a little familiar to a previous level that was played. It's pretty weird to know that this level looks pretty familiar to that level. I can't just put my head onto what level it was though. This level just really seems pretty similar to another level though. That's the only problem. So did they just copy and paste and add some new stuff to this level? Not much is known about these areas. As exploration parties go missing after 3 days, and without any noise or contact, we will equipped with speakers to act as the rush begins. The noises heard on the floor above can also be heard from underneath, but they're much more flat and clear. Laughter can sometimes be heard from afar. However, most models who experience it simply ran away out of fear or retreated back to the upper zone of the level, so it is unknown where they made it from. So clearly, this some weird, powerful entity here or something that underneath that will kill you after a few days. So and laughs like that. So just don't go underneath, guys. It's thought that Zera has an extremely high entity count. She also helped us find the missing parties. That Pitch Black would also help many enemies to hide and ambush any suspecting wanderers, slaughtering them on the spot and leaving them no chance of learning anyone quickly enough. Microphones and cameras should not work underneath. Microphones will either emit static or rushingly loud noises, which can be deafening for a small period of time. Cameras will simply record a still black image with nothing else to be seen. Any files details capture imagery are simply corrupted. And unfortunately, the lower areas that you find is not recommended at any cost. No one knows what is for sure happens down there, and roofing is guaranteed. So, yeah, just run upstairs if you go down here for whatever reason. It's just not safe down there. And so, yeah. Entities. The amount of entities in the upper levels, part of the level is presumably very low, but the monitor is likely to counter at least one of entity with one kind of exit. Populating the upper areas of the level, then that's recommended are doors, humps, no other entities have been yet to be spotted or documented. other side, in the lower level, underneath, the rest of the entities are thought to be at least 80x times higher than that of the other area. So, I have no official document survey or expert have proven existence of such. It is worth keeping in mind that all settlers have ended in loss of the exploration party. So, yeah, it's just not safe to go in the underneath in the first place. So, which can only show us how the presence of dangerous entities highly likely. Even so, various unofficial documents have pointed to the existence of accusations of spirals. There's no basis, I'm pretty sure. Skid stores and hounds. Well, actually, apparently there's some outposts, but there's no bases. But there are just exits, so yeah, you can get out of this level before anything bad happens. To next level 95, one must travel far away enough from the point of. Oh no. Enter level 95, enter at empty cellar in level 11, or find a broken brick wall in level 9, so just don't do that and it should be fine. Level 95, one must travel far enough away from any point they initially started upon. Upon reaching no distance far apart away from the said point, said some walls will possess a door that can be opened. If entered through, it will lead wanderers level 44, which allow me to go back to actually. If you do are trapped in the level by accident, so I would suggest doing that because I would not. I would rather get out of this level than go back. I'd rather go back that many levels than stay in this level. So yeah, the ductwork. So yeah, this is a this seems familiar to me. Wait, this image seems familiar to me. This seems like a special location image. Huh. That's weird. That's weird. That's pretty weird in my opinion. That's pretty weird. That looks really similar to one of those sister location images, if I'm being honest. But I don't actually think it's a sister location image. I think it just looks like one. The flashlight does not help, alright? The flashlight does not help with it. But will be one of those events, so yeah. Okay, anyways, let's actually go explain the level. So 96 is a 97 level. Backrooms is class stupid complete. It's safe, quite unsecure, and has significantly variant details. So the this vent level is pretty weird. I'm guessing. I mean, this is pretty much the first. This is probably the first level I think I've seen that actually it takes place in an event. Or might be the only one that actually does take place in an event. So level 86 of 9 seemingly infinite maze of ventilation systems that can eventually lead to any of the first levels. 7 levels if they have any type of AC system. The quality of the ventilation is very being correlated and extremely structurally unsound to brand new ventilation jobs with no issues whatsoever. The vents themselves have different layers, which can only fixed on a flat plane, although they can slope up to or down to reach the other levels of vents. Sometimes many vents go when it's possible for or should be hazardous to follow. Sometimes vents go like straight down or up for hundreds of feet, which how the fuck is that possible? I don't know. It is Backrooms though, so I rest again. A lot of shafts turn back around, causing many areas to get blocked off by the vents overlapping. Shady areas in these areas avoid them as they can be extremely harmful to you. So yeah, if there is a rapid increase or decrease in the ambient temperature of one section of one vent compared to another for that area, the ship's temperatures around 13 degrees Fahrenheit or down to negative 24 degrees Fahrenheit in some areas. So yeah, you see that this is pretty weird level. I mean, imagine And also, the crowded areas are probably not the greatest areas to be in because you can get some sponsors from crowded areas. I've seen that. If there is a rapid increase or decrease in the reserves of one section, condensation is uncommon on this level as the air is really quite dry, but it may occasionally occur when the ventilation systems get just above the freezing temperature of water. This area is not safe to drink because boiling and it can give the normal beneficial properties of water, and if boiled, even used as a means of curing rust. Okay, so but boiling it can make it good. So, ventilation changes by level. Alkali buzzing and thinner rectangular vents indicate an entrance to level 0. So, yeah. Larger circular vents, soft wind, and cooler temperatures, as well as minimum buzzing, indicate an entrance to level 11. Not level 11, but level 1. Smaller circular vents and an increase of temperature can indicate an entrance to level 2. Larger circular vents and wires with small pipes streaming out the corners and an increase of temperature, and wider vents tend to get entrance to level 3. Level 4 currently cannot be accessed due to the tree-cut ductwork being too small for human to access. Instead, to enter a vent while in level 4 leads to insulation. Insulation? What the fuck is the insulation? It's level 186. Wait, what is level 9 insulation? Oh, this thing exists, so never mind. Never mind being curious. So level 5 currently not getting access. Later, get dinner vents, as well as complete absence of light, and again, entrance to level 6. So, yeah, why can I not be currently go to level 5? Something I'm not sure. Currently not accessible to defense freezing and flooding with frozen water. More research is being conducted to how to prevent defense from overflowing. Elevate can be accessed as no events have been found to lead to it. Look for confetti and party balloons for a party. So, yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. That leads to level 8. That leads to a level fun, actually. So, just don't go there. Just don't do that. General information. The average time to get to level 037. Short table, roughly, level 0, roughly 25 to 35 minutes. Level 1 is 20 to 25 minutes. Level 2, 15 to 20 minutes. Level 3, 10 to 25 minutes. Accessible and inaccessible. Level 6, roughly 35 to 45 minutes. Level 7 to 25 to 40 minutes. Level 8 is inaccessible. So, you're more likely to get, so I was just trying to go to level 2 or 3 for here, because you can't really go to any other levels otherwise. So, if you get to this level, just try to go to the ones that take the least amount of minutes, because, yeah. Wait, did I just... Wait, what? Did they say that you can't go there? Oh, wow. Currently no way to go through standard vents to reach the other levels, though you can do so where segments of bottle paper and cranberry plaster onto the ventilation shafts to respective levels. Enemies are generally more common in the more deteriorated sections level. The temperature on the level is on average 60 degrees Fahrenheit. Soft cold breeze can be felt on level 96 that grows stronger the further one is away from the ventilation exit or entrance. The interior designs of the vents gradually and changes to the previously mentioned specifications when close to the exit. Height and widths of the ventilation systems are generally in 3x times 3x at largest down to 22.5x to 1.5. The vents are normally made out of materials such as steel, aluminum, PVC, and rarely flexible ductile. So, its name ductwork. Entities. Did you know rust is a new type of rust found very commonly in the damaged rusty parts of vents? Can infect any wound created by a sharp protrusion in the vent. Ensure that you're bringing a additional lawnmower as it can show glow infection from rust when on the water is poured on. Entry comes from most commonly found in the smaller and most cramped parts of level and are most prominent in the worn sections of vents and all kinds of new and old vent tiles. Right before an exit level 7, rust is present in this image. So, yeah, fuck you, Rust. And there are no bases. Wait, there's a base? What the fuck? Um, oh. Okay, that's just another base, okay? It's not something dangerous, so, I guess. Entrances and exits. Entrances. Enter an open vent in any level. Doing so has a tiny chance to transport one to level 6, and into a vent that comfortably fits your proportions. You get exits. You can exit level 96 by removing the vent cover to any level. You can save for the gaps. You can also open for any event with all cover or concrete plaster onto it, and then the last one you should not do, but I'll go and read it in the first place. Ensure your safety. Do not clip into a bright, colorful wallpaper for fun surprise. Yeah, a little fun. Fuck you. Nobody loves you. The level 97 lighthouse is currently outdated, so yeah, that's a shame. But we're almost out of this. We're almost at level 100 and first. So yeah, but yeah, can you believe how far we came from level 0? Now we're at almost at level 100, which, yeah. Alright, so Lighthouse is class 3 difficulty, it's unsafe, unsecure, and it's a low entity count, so I guess that means that, yeah, so this is basically just to show that most levels of the 90s are pretty dangerous, so I guess level 90 and 91 were just the warm-up levels for this, for the, dangerous ones, for the 90s, so, yeah. But, yeah, let's go explain the level now. So, level 97 is a class 3 difficulty, it's unsafe, unsecure, and it's low into the counts. So the picture of level 97's outlight house taken from the boat. Level 97 is the 98th level of Backrooms. The exploration portion of level 97 consists of a small island surrounded by a saltwater ocean. This island is covered mostly with overgrown grass, as well as some moss-covered rocks. Scattered throughout the island are a number of weathered gravestones. Occasionally new gravestones will appear. Those are rare occurrence. Level 97 has no day-night cycle and always appears to be nighttime. The sky is starless, but a large crescent moon can be always seen in the sky. There are no clouds or precipitation, but level 97 is always covered with a thick fog. So, okay, I guess. And then center of the island is a large white lighthouse. So because of the nature of the island, the interior of the lighthouse not explored. The light at the top is always shining and slowly spins around through the fog. And after the light shuts, it will be completely destroyed through unknown means. So basically, the light on the top of this is just like some type of laser beam that destroys anything that comes across. So yeah, just try not to get you into the half of the light beam because then it basically cooked. The ocean around the island stretches as far as eyes can see, and although it is extremely deep, it's been confirmed to not be bottomless. Offshore on the island is a 18th century sailboat that seemingly offshore of the island is an 18th century sailboat that seems to be frozen in place. No movement according for the waves because the ship is relatively safe in comparison to the rest of the line. They have actually set up a small outpost there, so there's outposts, but there's no base, for sure. Populating the island of 97 are several humanoid entities known as ghouls. These ghouls resemble in the state of extreme decomposition. When a ghoul sees someone, they all walk towards them, although they can be outrun. There are many of them, so it's easy to be cornered. For this reason, it's not advised to go on the island. The ghoul catches someone, they grab onto them with a strong grip, holding them in place. When this happens, the island's light will stop spinning and point downward forward. They weren't goofing them, so yeah, if you get caught, you're basically cooked. But if you're strong enough, you could just punch the thing in the face and then get out of there. So, yeah, I digress. Was a radio broadcast. Recorded the attempts, save them. Okay. That's weird. There's just an exit, so. Level 97 can be entered through around doors in level 17 or through night hallways level 2. Exits. Clipping through certain walls on the ship can lead to level 100, which is a much safer level compared to this one. The ship is also way safer than most, like, all levels. Basically, it's a class 0 difficulty. So yeah. The ship is also home to a single door that leads to level 9. Negative 372, which, oh well. Not sure what level that is, like what it's supposed to take place in, but it might be a ship. Actually, it makes sense if I was a ship, so actually let me check right now. Saporis. Huh? Oh wait, no, it's levels 372? Wait, that says negative 372, bro. What the fuck do you mean it's 370? It's normal 372. That's weird. Oh well. Additional documents. Radio broadcast. Radios in level 97 have picked up a loop being Morse code transmitted that seems to be present at all times, recorded transmission. Save them! I hate it. I do not know Morse code, by the way, which is why I kind of hate Morse code, so. Yeah. So basically all that says is save them, yeah, you get the point. So save them, like, multiple times. Bro, like, what the hell? Is they referring to the goals? I'm not sure. But how the hell he would save them in the first place is weird, and I'm not sure, so, yeah. I've been listening to that in the transmission for so long that I can hear it ringing in the background of my head at all times, which is creepy. There's more to be found in here. I just don't know how I can convince Andrew to let me set up an outpost here. And the Meg team overseer, oh my god. But I guess that he trusts me. I just know that ever since I first heard those beats, even before I went to go to them, it's been like something calling to me. I just need to figure out what. I think you need to save all the goals in this place, but I'm just not sure how you would, because, yeah. I mean, the goals, I'm pretty sure, is just the only reasonable explanation of what you need to save in the first place, so, yeah. I just need to figure out what. I'm going to do something very dangerous tomorrow, so I'm going to write down some of my possible skills. First of all, I made my embellishment to my report to make. I think I wrote something about how new gravestones potentially appear, but we don't know why. So, I think those are like the goals actually appear. Like, there's more goals every time there's a new gravestone, and the reason why the goals appear are because of oofed wanderers. So, yeah. Which I guess explains them. But how the hell you would still save them is something I don't know. We're going to do something very dangerous. Okay. But we don't know why. I have a pretty good idea why one of them disappeared. That was after a family mission where I lost a good friend of mine. So, oh yeah. So basically, that basically sums up what I thought about what was going on. So yeah. After a few sleepless nights, I'm pouring over transmission, and I walked to the playhouse with my binoculars. I decided it was time for us to see what was inside. I needed to keep a few people back, so I just took Susha and Lucy with me. In the fog, we got separated. I heard Juicy coming for up, but by then it was too late. I looked over and line extended through the fog, and only watched more as just me away, it tripping Ruffin, as his pleaded with me to save him. Finally, I returned to my senses and I felt Lucy pulling on my arm. I almost stopped at the project that night. My attempt to finding out what this level secret was failed in comparison to the pain I felt at the end of my friend, but definitely my friend. But then there was hope. With my binoculars, I could see that not only there was a new reserve group, the other goals were 16 in number. 16 in number. I recognized the stupid haircut anywhere. It was Shusha. As he walked to me aimlessly, I could tell that he wasn't in good shape, but maybe he could be safe. So that explains something more of what I said. That was 2 months ago. I know Lucy and Nathan would never let me set foot on the island again, but I was able to get Alex on my side, and she's going to help me capture Josiah. Along with Precision Net, we're already heading out tonight. I'm sorry, Lucy. I'm sorry, Nathan. I promise. I'll come back alive. So, yeah, Alice. We did it, Lucy. Nathan left earlier today. They couldn't stand to see Josiah in the state he's in. They said I should have just let things be. I'll fix things with them later, but right now I have to work. I tried Jusha. I tied Jusha to the table. Also, I'm sorry if I'm getting your money now. Your name is really weird to me. The first thing I noticed was tape tapping his index finger. The bones of the first two joints missing. It kept tapping a repeated pattern. It was the Morse code. It was Morse code. The same pattern as the transmission. Save them. I was listening closely when he was looking like he was trying to do something in a hard all strength. In hoarse whisper, I could barely hear him say, "Just let me, oof, please." I had to leave the room after that. I haven't had the courage to go back yet, but I think it's time for me to finish what I started. I think it's time for me to go into the lighthouse. I'm going to do it right now before Allison taught me, before I can change my mind. Began recording. Morse code briefing. Heavy breathing can be heard. Morse code being heard being rapidly decoded. Transcribe other aliens included below. Light in the darkness. What? Okay, that's weird. You can possibly read all that, but that's weird. I stopped her from crashing upon the shores, so that's weird. I made it in. It's very eerie in here, so dark I can hear my breathing, but it's not the same as the transmission. It's so loud now. Like, this sound is surrounding me. I'm always afraid to turn on my flashlight. Clicking can be heard previously from flashlight. Wherever breathing can be heard, save me that for the deaths. I answer the calls. Oh my god. Yeah, you have the light. And that's nothing in return. It's a giant heart. It's beating. I brought them somewhere safe. Somewhere where no one could ever hurt them again. So this, I don't know what exactly I need to do. They walk in peace. They walk in boredom. Their rest grow as more souls are saved. Saved, and allow crashing to be heard and recording. And this is where I remember Al's quarterly was glass covered of 97 periods of instructional ship. The revised description is below. So apparently the level is safe? Question mark? But not sure. What the hell? So I don't think she should have actually went to the lighthouse actually. That probably messed up everything. But right, that basically got her leader or something. I'm not sure, but I guess the good thing is it's a class 0 difficulty now, right? Sam secured the void of entities. That's nice, right? One last life. Gonna do against completely safe place. Description. Level 97 is 98th level of Backrooms. The explored portion of level 7 consists of a small island consisting of surrounded by a saltwater ocean. This island is covered mostly with overgrown grass, as well as some moss-covered rocks. Scattered throughout the island are 17 weather frame stones. Each of them Each of these gravestones has a variety of flowers around them, which is weird because before it was only 16. So I think I know what happened is that Alice turned into one of the gold. Like somehow Alice died as well, but I'm not sure by what. 1197 has no day-night cycle and will always appear to be nighttime. The sky is starless, but as hours across the river can always be seen in the sky. 1197 has no weather, including clouds and fog. That's a little picture of 1197's island, but there's one thing that's weird about it. It's weird that can't see the lighthouse anymore, which is weird, but I guess. And in the center of the island is the ruins of a large white lighthouse. The ocean surrounding the island stretches as far as the eye can see. And although it is extremely deep and can be far to not be wireless, offshore to the island, the wreckage of the 18th century sailboat could be found. So yeah, so it's weird that this level changed as soon as she could wait. It's the lighthouse, so I guess not every mystery will be found. So yeah, it's just an exit. It's interesting. Normally, someone can be entered from a random door zone 16, or if you're always zone 522. But why would you go back 500 damn levels in the backrooms? So yeah, both of these entrances lead to the rockages of the boat. So it's recommended that all wanderers in the level or paramedics immediately swim to the surface. Exits. The wreckage is home to a single door at least level 9. Negative. Step 2. See? See? Wait, what is trim? What the fuck does trim mean? Why does that say trimmed? That's weird. It's also a hatch in the ruins of the iOS at least level 542. Shocker. Swinging optional sometimes lead wanderers to a shore level 448 through unknown means. So yeah, level 98 now. The downtime dinner. So just class 1 difficulty. 7 player has minimum to get. Level 98 is 99th level of the backroom. So almost at level 99 and 100. So that's a huge accomplishment. Yeah. Also, I do feel like I need to update my channel description. Not for like subs or anything, but more like for all the stuff I do on my channel. So, yeah. The downtime dinner is outdated, sadly. I do think the levels did calm down, you know, like a little bit. So they're not as dangerous now. So I guess that's good. The whole way the level was pretty dangerous before. So yeah, we'll see how dangerous level 99 is, but I remember level 100 being like some pretty safe place. Unless if it's not been changed yet. But you know, it has seen a lot of these levels being changed. So, alright, grass. Class. So then level 98 is a class 1 difficulty. It's safe, secure, as a minimum to the count. So level 98 is 99th on the backwards. The description is level first ever at level 98 is a small repeating section of a street building, lined street with a building brick road. The level loops, however, the wanderer also appears to repeat with it. For example, if you stood in the middle of a road and looked straight ahead, you would be able to see many copies of yourself which move at the same time as you, although almost none of the buildings on the street can be opened except for buildings you enter out of. And a single diner of the building in the middle of this section of street. This diner is the only source of light in the street besides what appears to be the moon in the sky. Pictures of entities in the diner from a wanderer sitting at one of the tables on the 98. So all that stuff was pretty weird, if I'm being honest. So on the outside of the diner is a large yellow lit sign with the text "Downtime Diners," which hence the name of the level. Despite in black text on the inside, slightly familiar music being hard playing. The smell of breakfast food being cooked wafts through the room for the kitchen, but it's not saying what type of music it is. So, I mean, what music it is exactly. So I'm guessing it just plays some familiar music that you know of, and it only plays to you, not everyone else. So yeah, weird, but it's Backrooms, so I digress one more time. Hopefully. Then sounds of clanking pots. Clanker! I'm joking, guys. Alright. Pans and silverware can be heard from the kitchen. So, feed as you get nearer and see there's nobody in the kitchen, which is weird. Sitting down in the diner seats have a chance of summoning a few entities. These appear to be people familiar to the winner in question. So, weird again. Although the faces are unable to see, instead looking out of focus, much like a camera, and attempts to stand up and move towards it, and will make the lights blink off. In the diner, and when the lights turn, they don't vanish anymore. The entries will say will be gurgled as if far away and overtopped over, and there is a base, so yeah. It's just an exit. So entrances, there are only two ways of entering level. So one, you could just enter a metal door that matches the door you enter the floor out of. On level 5 and level 11, though the floors, though the door locks behind you, or you could wander level 6 long enough until you eventually walk out of an alley further down the street. You can also enter from the hub, which will lead out the same door as the 5 and 11. So, yeah. And there's an exit you could leave to level 6 for an only for entry, or leave for the door you came from before it closes. You can also walk into the bathroom to the diner, which will lead to level 3, which, okay. So now we're level 99. The Gold Town? The goals are back? Or are these different goals? Anyways. So it's a class, apparently it's a class Oasis or G or difficulty. It's desolate terrain, intelligent, life present, and some passive entity. So, okay. We got a pretty weird water ants, guys. Right? Oh my god, stretch. Oh, there we go. Desolate and very, very orange. There's nothing else that could describe it better. So, and also apparently there's a town full of goals, but these seem like passive goals and not those deadly goals we saw from the lighthouse level. So, I mean, I guess you're good. As Trillium stated, Luminary Night is a sickening orange and even more so distorted, though the photo does not capture it very well, but it is the conscious level of Backrooms, which level 99 is, so, yeah. And photograph level 99, reason for the distortion is unknown, so, well. Though the photo does not capture it very well, level in the surface since it's normal and sand is soft. The skies are solid, the level resembles a red sanded desert of day. No day-night cycle. The sky is always orange and doesn't seem to change at all. The stand of level 99 looks almost identical to the red sand from the front rooms. If not for the sand in the level 99, we kind of close it. Oxidized metals. The sand has a distinct metallic scent, and it's usually comprised of copper and iron with occasional unidentified ores. We don't do logs around here. Those are pretty useless. I mean, besides that one time, air ability has our stormtroopers and that supposedly peaceful level. So, alright, so fair enough. Stanley and I have been eating lunch and just taking a walk around level 4. And around a door suspended about 30 centimeters above the ground. Huh? I'm sure it's spruce. That doesn't matter. Though there was a sign they've nailed to the door with Gold Town written on it, so that might be the reason why it's named this level's saying that. But why the fuck is there a door in the air? Why is there a door in the air? Right, he already told the higher ups about it, and since we had or surprised Elfest in case of emergency, we asked to go take a look out, look, opening door will leads to level 99 or Gold Town. There's a strange moment that happens when this door is, and this is some pretty trippy I do need to stop saying so many swear words in one video, so might switch censor that makes sense. I might censor some swear words so that I don't have too many of them in one video. Yeah. Because there's no door frame, if you went behind it while it was open, the door would disappear. And if you go behind it while it was closed, then what would you expect to get to the other side of the door? Okay. Community, School Town. We haven't reached it yet, but we do know it probably exists. We are roughly covered 5 kilometers in now, and it's too late to turn back. But we did tie a rope to the doorknob before we left. It was really long rope that I had found it cut off around 15 kilometers long and 10 centimeters thick. It's basically super straight arm, and it was a bit and a half to fit into our supplies, especially because Butterfingers Nikki dropped the thing and it unraveled. Huh, what a fucking loser. Stop doing that. Stop it, Nikki. Get him out. Though when we eventually reach the hound, the rope might be useful pathfinder. So, alright. The community is updated. Gold Town! So, roughly 12 kilometers in, the whole town looks like it's covered around 4,000 square meters. Okay. The first thing that's noticeable is giant wood signs supporting a nice greeting. Welcome to Gold Town! We are cautious at first. But as we walked, we noticed that the ghouls were more human-like than zombie ghoulish. So, okay, they look different from the ghouls from the, White House level, so these are apparently completely different ghouls, supposedly, so I guess they're good. That's all the undead, but seemed fast enough to try and communicate with, so we tried asking one of them about the place we could stay. Apparently they were able to talk, but they do know sign language, which I still think I don't know most sign languages. Actually, I've not done sign language for like years, so. Stanley's ACL classes are finally paying off, I see, and it told us that we were new to the town. We should go to the local grocery store for a complimentary gift basket. Well, I never expected to place called Goldtown Hospital. Me too, actually. And other places, people have been here too, which was really unexpected. Considering your first reaction to a massive expensive orange sand wouldn't be to go and explore it, unless you're us, of course. The grocery store is a lot like the ones from the farms. Even got it running electricity and fresh produce too. We went up to the main counter near the back of the store, and a manager, whose name is Brenda, starting signing up a storm of Stanley. Jeez, I can't remember if Stanley took an ASL lessons or signed up for the knowledge. After a bit of back and forth, Naruto hand signs. Brenda opened the door with what I assume is a pantry. Comes out with neatly tied up gift baskets. Now I want Sandy saying that they shouldn't immediately trust these people since, holy shit, is that chocolate cake? Chocolate cake though? Where can I find this level? Bro? Where can I get this chocolate cake? So we're alive, so that means the food wasn't poisoned. We don't know who goes what eat the same stuff as humans instead of humans. Pretty cool. After stuffing our faces full of pastries and invited rolls, Stanley started asking around if there was maybe a motel or something we could stay at for a while until to rest, until we ran into a ghoul whose name was Neil. I assume it's an old man since he brandished out his polished brigade, slick black hair, white hair, full howl, and scarlet us. How do you spell that? He said to us that to the head of downtown to talk to the people living on the hill. You were not more interested out of him, but you fell asleep halfway through the sentence. Stanley said he actually could have said anything else. The sentences he made were pretty crude. It was so crude, he barely got that. Abiding by the logic of wise old people, we keep against our better judgment. We decided to go to downtown. Population 50 plus. Universal goal language. Handwriting. American Sign Language. Fronts. Hand gestures. Downtown. After following the directions of some more goals, we found a massive sign with "Downtown this way!" written in big red letters. So this amazing information in hand, we helped our nauseous, half asleep ass over to the house on top of the hill. Although it is more of a sand dune, but luckily there was a cobblestone path that led into the houses. Stanley is starting to feel really sick though, so I hope that those ghosts have some pencil and paper. And also that the food we served earlier was poison. It's not. It's not. How do you poison chocolate cake? If you do that, then you're a fucking loser and you go to hell when you die. Alright. Anyways, my eyes are getting relentlessly itchy as well unless the information nausea gets a bit worse. Thank God that downtown was barely 10 minutes away from the main town part of Go Town. I don't think Stan could have gotten another 12 kilometers. Though it was the migrant nest, so Stanley sat down on the porch and took 3 deep breaths. I took my own deep breath and rung the doorbell. The atmosphere. So the atmosphere of 199 contains 30% rust, which I don't think that seems good. So, contains about 30% rust, making it extremely dangerous for anyone who does not have an oxygen tank. The rust contained within the size and sand are what gives it a signature look. A lot of humans may have made it to Uncle Town, but not have managed to survive their return trip. Hopefully, Stanley and Arthur will be the first ones to make it out alive. So, yeah. Goals. The goals in Novel 99 are very passive and won't become propagated without reason. Just like anyone else, they don't like annoying people or narcissists. So, if you're toxic, get the fuck out of this account and never come back. And also, just if you're toxic, please just stop. Get some help. They can't speak, but they understand English and try to communicate the best they can with the body language. Hand coordination, or some of them are right now, American Sign Language, though the universal language in small town is composed solely of grunts, since that seems to be the only thing that they can enunciate. The only subject to this is, of course, Bob and I, who seem to be the only ones capable of speech. So, alright. It's just the next hits. On the floor, the stores have been roughly 30 minutes off the ground, but a sign hung on it that says Gold Town in big red letters. On 11, there's a random trapdoor floating 2 centimeters off the ground. When you open the trapdoor, a ladder will fall out, which you can use to climb through into level 99, which why? What is it with the doors floating? Well, what is it with this door floating? That's it. That's the level. You have to come back through the same door or cover a different door, which leads to other levels. There's a door roughly 2 kilometers northwest of level swimming pool, which leads to level 7. Though it's not a viable exit since the door places you underwater when you enter, turning you into fish food. So, yeah. There's a few store labeled dust about 3 kilometers south of Gold Town, leads to level 5. There's another door 5 kilometers to the east of Gold Town labeled Arcade, which leads to level 389. This door will open into a small walk-in closest in a closet that leads to the main part of level 389. So, finally at level 100, guys! We made it! We spent 100 levels. Crazy, guys, right? So, sells, and besides this level's being rewritten. But luckily we have gotten into this level before it was completely rewritten. So, yeah. Let's say Rick, a little Rick. Only, that's a lot of levels, right? Imagine explaining the first level, 100 levels of Backrooms. That's a lot of work. So I'm making a video about all 100 levels in one video explained because I don't think my PC could handle that much length. But I do have a playlist for every level, if you're wondering. So if you wanted to check out those, I'll leave the playlist link in the description of this video. But yeah, let's actually finally explain level 100 silent sounds. So class undetermined. Level 100 is the 101st level of the Backrooms. So level 100 is a thin line of beach surrounded by an ocean on either side of the path. Mysterious properties, unknown information, undocumented entities. So the description: level 100 is comprised of a straight path of sand with its infinitely expanding ocean. Sand looks smooth, but it's the path itself going out on for unknown amount of time. What the fuck was that sound? No, I heard something. I'm gonna turn my lights on. Well, that was weird. That was weird. More like bells falling by. I didn't see any bells on the ground, so what the hell was that? Sand looks smooth with the path itself going on for an unknown amount of time from the singular explorer to travel here. However, the sand trail doesn't seem to have an end or start point. While going along this trail, one can occasionally encounter random objects. The objects will usually be personal belongings like cell phones, photos, articles, clothing, and other small items that would be carried by an individual. The beaches and oceans of level 100. Information of this level is limited to only having been explored once. For the information learned, it seems that going far enough down the beach trail usually leads to the occasional gravestone. Carved on each is a drawing of a face, although each drawing is childish and rudimentary. This word describes them as looking calm and though they're at peace. So, okay. As well as faces, all the insults have dates on them. It's not really unknown why they're there, but they're theorized to be the date of the given that's on the memorial. So, there are no little bases, but there's a cool entity apparently. Both sides of the ocean of level 100 are infinite. As even if they were swimming for multiple minutes, the explorers stated that the horizon never changed and the ocean just kept expanding outwards. As taking some time to recuperate, Florida decided to dive into the ocean. Yes, the ocean was mostly featureless. The prize entirely of sand, one could get clear visibility underwater, which easily displays the endless descent of the ocean floor, all comprised of nothing but sand, which eventually solidifies and clumps into rock. The Shadow is an entity named Shadow. The Shadow is an entity that is viable. Shadows is an entity that's viewable only when it's a peripheral vision. Although there has been reports of the shadow at many levels of Backrooms, the main residence on entities appears to be level 100, although it was initially believed to be invisible. New research has shown that entity has extremely sophisticated camouflage, being able to accurately mask itself in the environment to the point where seeing it's almost possible, leaving only shadow visible. So that I guess we'll do the vlog because the video is not long enough for 10 levels re-explained in one video. So, I mean, yeah, this is the first time I'm doing a vlog. So, yeah, don't get used to this, guys. Mag interview log 872. Date 31/80/2018. Interviewer Alex Pat. Interviewee Holly Colobi. Alex, so could you explain what happened, Miss Clove? Clove. Well, I was on level 7, just going on my own. Everything seemed fine until I heard someone chatter on the road. I was curious because I thought it was you guys speaking, but it turned out to was it Meg. There was some different group they started chasing me down for whatever reason, and so I started to run. I didn't want to enter any of the buildings because Parker cuts, Alex cuts Clove off. We know this explains what happened. Not to be rude, but run into about your discovery. But right after being chased for a while, I decided I should just play. That I could just play dead. In hindsight, it was a terrible plan, but I thought it would be worth a shot. I got out of sight of them for only a few seconds and used that chance that they sprawled on my stomach. I was near the fish guys too, so I only assumed that Dragon people thought I was killed by that. And then what? After they fought that, they just laughed, but I was worried that they were tricking me. So it did seem like too much of an easy win. After laying there for a while, I felt something pick me up before I had a chance to react. I was on a thin strip of sand. There was some water on the other side, and it was all very bright and warm and tropical. I also couldn't see what took me, but I think it was some shadow creature, maybe? You find anything there? As I walked, there were running lines on the beach. I didn't pick up them up, but there were pictures of people, phones, whole bits of clothes, and some other stuff like lighters, just some stuff people carry, Anything else? There were some headstones the further I went. They didn't have names, only calm and relaxed faces and dates. It was weird. I didn't touch anything. You mentioned I didn't trip up sand. Was there anything else there? Yeah, it was just all water. I went for a swim and just came outwards for multiple minutes. No chase on the horizon. It was just ocean forever. I took some time to get my energy back and dive down. The sea bed just went down forever, and all that sand was just became rock, and it was actually clear under there too. How do you get out? Well, after I got out, I got photo. I decided to walk around a little more. After a few hours, I got really thirsty, so when I found the bottle, I was pretty happy. So I picked up the water bottle on the beach, wanted to grab by the sides, and take it to level 0. Anything else, miss? Nope, that's all. Well, thank you, Mr. Cooks. That's all for now. And then, so yeah, I guess you just take any items, you just get taken to level 0. So, or maybe you just run a bubble. But that's interesting, I guess. So yeah, this level 100 is basically just some pretty cool sandy place with infinite ocean, and I would stay here forever if you could grab materials, But hey, this place looks pretty neat, and yeah. Now let's see entrances and exits. So entrances. So the true way of entry is currently unknown. With any tents to recreate, there's no way of inside have fruitless. Nevertheless, the previous way of entry was to play dead until the shadow transported you to level 100. This first time this happened was on level 11. Leave one has to tamper with the objects and presumably sounds scatter on the beach. Doing so will track the presence of a shadow who will transfer you back to go to level 0. Yeah, if you're in here level 100, you can't really. There's no other way to get in a farther level, so I mean, yeah, that's sad, but oh well. Level 101. Our dreams shall never dawn again, and this should be the exact same level that Rui explained, like level 101. That Rui explained, like earlier this year. So, yeah. So yeah, we should be getting to levels that, and actually will eventually pass. We'll get into level 8. Actually, have explained so far. I know 100 levels so far, like in order. So yeah. If you want to stay tuned, I will start explaining 101 through 110 soon. And yeah, that's basically it for the video. And yeah, make sure to subscribe if you haven't, but not like the video. But if you like this video, bye.